Tyler Perry, please don't beat me up, okay? Please.
Gonna put a hit out for you.
I know, right? Like, imagine if I go home and there's a billboard right by my house and Tyler Perry's like, I'm coming.
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing.
I would hate that.
Oh my God.
You are a highbrow Negro.
Isn't he like worth like $1 billion?
And they're very glorified. People talk about, like, oh my God, we made a movie in 8 days. That is a fucking nightmare.
Like, in Atlanta, he is a lot of people's way out or, like, way into an industry. But unless your name was Taraji P. Henson, unless you were, you know, like, there were a specific... Tyler Perry, you know, fucking Idris Elba. First time I ever saw Idris Elba was in Daddy's Little Girls. You've never seen that, of course you have. I never knew Idris Elba was British,
Right.
because I saw him as a black man struggling in Atlanta, trying to raise China and McClain.
He's like a really interesting catch-22 because he's both like, while being a lot of people's way out, he's what keeps everybody in.
Hi there. Today we're going to be talking about amazing legends of theater. We're going to start first with Michael R. Jackson. Michael R. Jackson is an amazing artist. I have never experienced art like his before, and I feel very grateful to be living in the same time as him. He won the Pulitzer Prize in 2020 for A Strange Loop. We both saw A Strange Loop. Did you see that first? And then
No, we saw it at the same time because it was
sick.
It was my college graduation weekend, or like the weekend before, or the weekend after. One of those weekends,
sick.
I was like, Melanie, we need to see this show. It's gonna win the Tonys,
Great.
Which is what happens. Like that's how we usually see shows. I'm like, Melanie, we need to see this show.
It's gonna win.
It's gonna win. We need to rush it before the Tonys happen.
Period.
And so yeah, the first time we saw it was together.
We saw it that time together, but I saw it 5 times. Not only did every black person need to see it, but also like any black creative should be able to see it. Like I just felt like it really spoke to that place. For me, is wanting to be a creative and you can't separate your blackness from that creativity. And I just loved it. I adored every single performer on that stage, and I would love to just say thank you and I love you. It was the 2022 Tony Award winner for Best Musical and Best Book, which does not happen very often, but it was well deserved. And they got plenty of nominations, which were all very deserved.
I thought it should have won Best Score, but it didn't.
What? I don't know what did.
Well, I don't want to shade them on here.
You know what? We won't shade them.
No, it's a wonderful show.
Oh, sure, I'm sure it
But
is.
I just thought lyrically and musically and storytelling-wise, A Strange Loop had the best score that year.
I mean, in my opinion, there's only one Pulitzer winner.
Exactly.
In that mix.
And also, do you know how hard it is to win the Pulitzer as a musical?
Oh, yeah.
Because I think Rent...
And Hamilton.
And Next to Normal.
Yeah. If you are a queer person, if you are a person of color, and you are a plus-size person, and you are trying to find your place in this world, especially dealing with what this world puts on you, I just thought it was a beautiful show.
I have to say, as someone who is not black or a male, and who's someone who wants to be a creative myself, I found myself relating to so many parts of the show. I'm like, yeah, like there are so many parts that speak specifically to just the black experience, and it was wonderful to watch that. I feel everyone can see a part of themselves in Usher, especially any creative. If you open your mind and you look and you go see these shows, and it's a beautiful show, and it just kind of shook me to my core in a way of like, whoa, like this is
Inwood Daddy.
Yeah,
Inwood Daddy. All Saturday morning. Yes. I mean, but even like Beyonce's, a terrorist. Like my favorite thing about this show actually is the Tyler Perry writes real life. And so to our viewers out there, the character of Usher, his mom, he's black, so he's got 2 black Southern parents, and they are not really believing in the type of work that he wants to make, and so they're asking him to make work in the vein of Tyler Perry, because in their opinion, Tyler Perry is a very successful black creative, and they feel as though Tyler Perry's level of success is what all black creatives should be aspiring to, and so there's a song in this musical called Tyler Perry Writes Real Life, and I don't think he does, and neither does Usher, and neither does Michael R. Jackson, and it spoke to me specifically because I'm from Atlanta. And so whenever I talk to anyone and I'm like, I am an actress and it's what I am actively pursuing, they're like, well, why don't you give Tyler Perry a call? And I'm like, I don't give him a call because I don't want him to call me. And his work is not for me. That's not at all to discredit his work. I think he came at Michael R. Jackson.
Oh, really?
I mean, yeah, you're writing a damn song about me in your fucking musical. Of course I'm gonna,
I mean, yeah, but that's such a good song.
It's a good song, and I completely understand it. But I really relate it to Usher in the way of your art is not the kind of art I aspire to.
I didn't know that was such a universal experience.
Oh, but
it. Yeah.
I mean, it specifically is for me because growing up in Atlanta, Tyler Perry Productions were everyone's big break.
True.
And especially because he has built that studio. It's a whole thing. There are people who take out pay for billboard signs on the way to the studio in hopes that Tyler will see them. And it's he has had to speak out and be like, don't do that. But no, it's a huge thing.
Okay.
A huge thing. Because Tyler Perry for a very long time was the only person interested in telling black stories.
Yeah.
And in my case, he tells black stories that I cannot relate to, but also that I am not interested in being the storyteller.
Absolutely.
And I really related to Usher overtly verbalizing that that's not the kind of art that I want to make. And the funny thing is Usher doesn't even know what kind of art he would like to make. He just knows it's not Tyler Perry's art.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Tyler Perry, please don't beat me up, okay? Please.
Gonna put a hit out for you.
I know, right? Imagine if I go home and there's a billboard right by my house and Tyler Perry's like, I'm coming.
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing.
I would hate that. Oh, yeah, Tyler Perry Writes Real Life is so funny because in the song, Harriet Tubman, Whitney Houston, who else? Marcus Garvey, it's all of these black historical figures literally come up for the grave and go, who the fuck is you, nigga? And they're asking him, who the fuck is you? And they're asking Usher, who the fuck are you to talk about Tyler Perry? Tyler Perry gave us life. Tyler Perry gave us money. He's giving us visibility that we've never had before. And I found myself my entire life and my entire career having to be I ain't got no beef with Tyler Perry. I ain't got no beef with you, sir. I just don't want to be in your storytelling. I don't think that is a requirement for black people to have to be in his method of storytelling. Mm-hmm. And yeah, A Strange Loop is the plight of a black artist who is black first. He is always going to be black first. Mm-hmm. His parents don't care that he's queer. They're actually very homophobic to him the entire show. Mm. They, get on him because he's plus size. He has no romantic interest because he has internalized homophobia as well as internalized fat phobia because he lives in a household that doesn't support any aspect of his identity except for his blackness. Yeah. And that's like you're saying, you're not black. I know you're not black. but that's what makes this a show that is relatable. We all can recognize having only one part of our identity being accepted and not all of our identity being accepted and understood. Because we're all complex human beings. I'm not one thing, you're not one thing. But look, it's one of those shows. It wasn't 90 minutes, was it?
No, it was an hour 45.
It was an hour 45, but no intermission.
Yeah.
Which I appreciated because I feel like the way that he's telling this story, it is one story. I don't think the audience deserves to get up and leave in the middle of him pouring his heart out on stage. Not, no. It was horrible for my bladder every time.
Because you always had a drink.
I always had a drink before, or even water. Hello, I drink.
Oh, of course.
Water.
Of course.
But it was horrible for my bladder. Yeah. But I loved it. I just did. You know, it was beautiful.
Oh yeah. I am super partial. To Inner White Girl, obviously. I love that song. But also the closing song, A Strange Loop, just kind of puts everything together. Like that, some of those lyrics, especially when you also have self-hatred, kind of just hit you to your core. Yeah. Like, there's this one lyric that's like, who looks into the mirror despite the grief it brings. I'm like, whoa.
Oh my God. Yeah. Sometimes when I'm feeling a little shitty, I just listen to Inwood Daddy. I do. And I think that is like, it's musical theater self-harm. Like, it really, it is musical theater self-harm. Because, like, it's just racial abuse, and like, but he allows it because he just hates himself, and he just feels like everyone who's supposed to love him hates him too. And we really must be loving our black queer people, our black queer fat people. They deserve our love. They deserve everything. Because if we as a community don't love them, no one else will.
Hey, are you depressed? Have you been going to see theater? Well, what if I told you that you can? You can go see theater. Yeah, it'll change your life. You can go see Broadway, off-Broadway, off-Broadway. Boost your happiness today. Are you depressed? Go see theater.
Hey girl, don't be scared. Are you depressed? The parties just ain't hitting like they used to? Girl, what are you doing? You know what? I know just what you need. You need theater. Go see theater. Oh no.
Hey, are you depressed? Even your ice cream didn't want to be around you? Have you been going to see theater? Well, you should, and you can. It will change your life. You can see Broadway, off-Broadway, off-Broadway. Look how hot I look in front of that Sunset Boulevard poster. Another show that the two of us have seen together was White Girl in Danger. Now, I got us tickets, 30 Under 30 at Second Stage. I got us tickets for the Thursday before it closed. And we knew it was a Michael R. Jackson musical, and we knew that it was about soap.
I didn't know what it was about.
I knew it was about.
I didn't know. I was like, Michael R. Jackson, sign me up.
I knew it was like a soap opera parody of something.
Okay.
And then we did our usual thing. We had our drinks. We had our little treats.
Was that Thursday or was that Saturday?
It was but it's every time. I think that was every.
It might have been.
I think it was.
It might have been. I think because I had work the next morning.
Well, maybe I was both.
I may have had a drink.
We had no idea what to expect. And it was incredible.
It is one of my favorite musicals of all time. It is, it's 3 hours. It was the best 3 hours of my life. It was the best 3 hours of my life. Like that, all white. Because it also, at the beginning of the show, they have those fake ads for the soap opera.
Yeah.
So for those of you who didn't get a chance to see White Girl in Danger. White Girl in Danger is a soap opera, and it's set in the town of All White, and all of the white characters get to have all of the really cool plot points, like going to a sleepover, having a boyfriend, bulimia, those white things. And then all the black people in the show are called the Black Rounds, and they are the janitors, the cafeteria workers, they are the nurse, the black boy who gets shot up, they're Black Round. And so one of the white girls dies, and so Keisha Gibbs, who is our main protagonist, decides that she wants a white storyline, despite her mother, Mammy,
Well, Nell.
Her name is Nell. You fucking all white bitch.
Yeah, you fucking all white.
She says that. She says that.
Yeah.
Her name is Nell, but everyone calls her Mammy.
Yes.
Which, you know, is
It's racist.
It's racist, but it's meant to be in the show.
Yes.
Her Nell doesn't want her daughter chasing after all white dreams because she has been a victim of a white society. And so it's literally the entire show for 3 hours watching this black woman chase after what white people have. It's funny. The whole show is hilarious. The entire show is hilarious.
I don't think I stopped. I mean, obviously during the serious stuff I stopped laughing, but
Yeah, but no.
But there's so much of it was.
Zach Paul Gosser, where were you last night?
I love silly, fun things that also have a good message.
Michael is really good about that.
He is.
He's very good at like the comedy and the message are one and the same, and they work together so beautifully. Like, he makes his point, but I'm dying of laughter.
Yeah.
And I'm never confused about when I'm supposed to be laughing and when I'm not supposed to be laughing. I'm looking at you, appropriate. But
Oh yeah. Can I give a special shout out to Tara Connor-Jones?
no, there's your gun.
Okay. I gotta give a special shout out to Tara Connor-Jones, who played Nell in White Girl in Danger. That is like one of those theatrical performances that I probably think about at least every other day.
Yeah, right?
Like, still.
That's Why I Kill is an insane moment. The first time I saw that, heard her sing that, I jumped out of my seat. I jumped out of my seat. She had a standing ovation.
Oh yeah, every time.
Every time. And we say every time because we saw it Thursday night. It's closing that Sunday, right? We immediately get tickets for Saturday at 2:00. I get tickets for the 8:00 show after I just spent 3 hours watching it earlier. It was an amazing show. It was amazing. It was her lesbian, sex.
Oh yeah, that's a good song.
It's a good damn song.
And both that one white girl was so hot.
She was.
Yeah.
She was.
Oh my god, wait, I was gonna say something. There are moments in That's Why I Kill where he references those numbers in like Dreamgirls and Hairspray and like The Color Purple, that like little moments in the song where like, oh, that sounds exactly like and I'm telling you, or like, oh, this sounds exactly like I Know Where I've Been. And what a fucking genius.
He is a fucking musical theater genius.
Like, oh, that was so smart. I remember catching it when I'm like in the middle of my tears of crying of laughter, and then also being so impressed by Tara Connor-Jones's vocals. I'm also just witnessing musical theater geniusness at its best.
And wonderful performance throughout the entire show.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
everyone is amazing.
Michael R. Jackson is amazing, but everyone who was in that show showed up every single performance and was committed to the story they were telling. They knew who they were in this world. They knew what they needed to do. And the message was clear every single performance. I was not lost, never. Like, she's an amazing human being. They all are. Like, the white performers in that show.
Oh, yeah.
Man, Megan, and Megan.
Mom's gonna kill me.
Mom's gonna kill me. Like, it's good. Like, let's party, let's jump up and down. It's just that kind of, and his music, again, he can make references within his music, but his music is so uniquely him. Oh, at the all-white anti-white fashion show, because every soap opera has to have a fashion show, and it's just like the anti-all-white fashion show. It's just so good. Whatever that actress is who hits that final note in that song, just love her. Cut to Rebecca.
You want to talk about how like he references like how black women are always on stage like wailing, doing their
like he kind of I really appreciate A Strange Loop was written for everyone, I believe, but specifically from his lens, which is from a black queer male. But White Girl in Danger was meant for black women. It just was. And so at the end of the it's one of the songs at the end of the show, but he talks about how black women are always in servitude when we are performing. We are wailing. It is our pain. It is our tears. It is our suffering on display. And only when our suffering is on display do we get standing ovations. Like, only then. Like, and we must think about it in the context of Dreamgirls, Hairspray, Color Purple. It's like, it's that pain, it's that pouring every single time. And this musical was a chance for our main protagonist, Keisha, to have a different ending, and she still winds up in that place. She still finds herself having to suffer and having to beg and plead to be recognized as a person, as a human being embodying suffering. I also do want to say that watching that show made me realize, and it's, you know, take this however you want to in an election year, but not all black people should have power, because all they want to do with it is feed into white supremacy. When Keisha in this show gets the storyline that she so craves, she actually discards all of the black grounds who help her get there, because she's actually in search of what white people have, and she really didn't give a fuck about everyone who helped her get there. She wants what they have. And once she has what they have, it's just still not enough, because white supremacy is an insatiable need to control and have everything. This show made me realize that so heavily. Is like, I completely understand it. Like, girl, I would love a white plot line, not in my real life, but like in a TV show, I would love to be cast in a show that is trauma-free. And that's really what Keisha is searching for this whole show, is I want to live in a world where my trauma is not my storyline. And I would love to do that. I would love to be in works where I don't have to suffer. I don't have to showcase my pain to be seen as a human being.
I agree.
Just like in A Strange Loop, where Michael has written Inner White Girl, White Girl in Danger is an entire musical that says that white girls can do anything. White girls can just do anything. Like, they are able to live lives that everyone cannot. Like, and it's unfair, and I really enjoy how Michael is, and this is just my interpretation of the work, and also maybe it's me tinging my own feelings with the work, but like that envy that comes with realizing that I, as a black person, will never get to have an experience where I can just do anything.
Yeah.
I would love to just do anything. I am capable of doing anything.
Absolutely.
But does that mean that I'll get to?
I think that envy, I mean, yeah, I agree.
I think it's white girls can do anything.
Yeah. I also feel that envy to an extent, I think. Yeah, especially, I think that feeling of envy is so fucking valid. Yeah.
You know? So Michael R. Jackson, I'm deeply appreciative of you sharing your work with us. It has, like, since I first saw your work in 21, it has been transformative for me, and I know for Rebecca as well. Like, it's just beautiful work, and I love being able to examine what it is to be a person of color in this art.
Yeah.
What it means to want something and know that you can have it, but it'll look a little differently than, like, what white people can have. And I believe he deserves every accolade that he will ever get, and I just can't wait to see what else he does.
You know, he received the Jonathan Larson grant in 2017.
Genius.
Right?
Lin-Manuel Miranda received that grant as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and shout out to Jonathan Larson.
Shout out to Jonathan Larson.
Jonathan Larson, a white man who was committed to new forms in theater.
Yeah.
He got tired of everything looking exactly the same.
Yeah.
And he did everything he could to put everyone he was around
on stage.
And your legacy is unmatched. Jonathan Larson was a beautiful human being. A beautiful human being.
Beautiful.
And we are grateful to him and his art as well. We are. Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay. For the shows that currently offer rush or standing room tickets.
Shows that have a current digital lottery.